Imagine the sun setting on the most dominant run in English football history. As the Guardiola era at Manchester City fades to twilight, the tactical engine that powered 20 major trophies has officially gone quiet. Over a decade, City accumulated 20 major trophies. This timeline shows the sheer density of that success, a relentless mathematical collection of silverware that defines a generation. When the chief architect of a sports dynasty steps down, it creates a massive organizational vacuum. The club loses the central force that held every department in alignment. To fill that void, City moved with immediate precision. They secured Enzo Maresca on a 3-year deal, choosing a successor already embedded within the club's tactical framework. By selecting a former insider, the board is attempting to engineer a seamless transition of power, favoring continuity over the risks of a total structural revolution. Maresca brought immediate credibility to the role. He served as the primary assistant on the touchline during City's historic treble-winning season in 2023. This creates the apprentice paradox. Maresca was hired because he has mastered the intricate details of the system, yet his greatest challenge will be escaping its shadow. Before his departure, Guardiola gave the board a specific warning. The club must not hire a manager who simply copies and pastes the existing blueprint. Replicating a tactical system without the original personality to enforce it is a recipe for failure. Formations are useless without the unique leadership style required to drive them under pressure. Maresca faces a definitive test. He must establish an independent tactical identity that survives the absence of Guardiola's presence. Evidence of his independent leadership appeared first in the Championship, far away from the polished environment of the elite tier. Upon taking the job at Leicester City, Maresca began the difficult task of exporting the high-level possession principles he learned at the Etihad into a much grittier league. Implementing precision tactics in the grueling Championship tier creates immediate physical friction. He had to defend his philosophy in a league defined by chaos, aggression, and relentless physical battles on the touchline. His methods produced an immediate result, securing the Championship title and returning the club to the top flight in a single season. This victory proved that the core tactical DNA of the City project could win under Maresca's command, even without the perfect conditions of a world-class infrastructure. His subsequent move to Chelsea placed him inside one of the most politically unstable and turbulent organizations in the sport. He left the highly disciplined operational structure of Manchester City for a club struggling with institutional dysfunction and rapid turnover. The lack of a stable internal hierarchy forced him to rely on pragmatic survival instincts, moving him away from pure tactical replication. Despite the difficult environment, he stabilized the team's performance and established a tactical baseline that many of his predecessors failed to achieve. This period at Chelsea served as a proving ground for his leadership. He demonstrated a capacity to anchor a team through institutional instability. Now back at the Etihad, Maresca takes control of a squad operating at peak efficiency. He inherits a roster of established superstars, including generational talents like Erling Haaland. Taking over a perfect team creates a poisoned chalice scenario. Any result short of perfection is viewed by the fans and the media as a complete failure. His psychological challenge is to find new ways to motivate a group of players who have already won everything there is to win in club football. Maresca faces a specific internal threat: the lingering complacency of a machine that has already reached the pinnacle of the sport. The Guardiola era is definitively over, and the squad no longer has a mentor to rely on when the pressure mounts. Trying to freeze the current winning system in place will eventually lead to stagnation as opponents find ways to adapt. Maresca must now use the resilience he developed at Leicester and Chelsea to surgically alter a winning blueprint before it begins to decline. A lasting legacy depends on the willingness to disrupt a winning blueprint before it becomes a liability. Does Maresca have the required edge to keep the City machine dominating, or is a drop-off inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more football updates.